Billy W. Merritt presents a Feel Good Friday. What's up, my friend?
Did you hear the music? Can everybody hear the music that's been playing?
Yes. Yes,
all right.
Billy's kind of doing
that's some jam, baby.
That. You know, I'm feeling good today, Billy. It's a Feel Good Friday, but there's only one thing that I'm missing. Can you guess?
My sweaty palms.
I got my Digi Ninja T-shirt. I'm wearing that. Okay.
My palms are hairy.
I got my Digi Ninja coaster. Koozie. Sorry, not coaster. We need some coasters. That's a good idea. We got my Billy Merritt Marketing Digi Ninja. Can you see that? Can I get it right in there?
So we sold out of the one that said Digi Ninja hat. I mean, the one that says Digi Ninja.
Right. So I got this, but my koozie is empty.
Yep.
I need something for my koozie.
Someone get us 2 waters, please.
Man, waters, man. Feel Good Friday. All right. So, hey, listen, we've had a big week. You were off flying around. Well, you were working, but I want you to tell me about your trip yesterday. Where all you went and how quickly you did it. So what'd you do?
So, we had the Digi Ninja Express, which, by the way, that's my airplane. It's a twin-engine Baron. I'll tell you a funny story about the Baron. I bought the Baron from Felipe Santiago in Miami, or Miami, down
one of those, yeah,
just north of Miami. He was the youngest pilot for Spirit Airlines in their history.
Wow.
But then somebody came to work that was like 20 years old. He was 21 when he started there, and for the long time he was the youngest pilot to work for Spirit Airlines. And it's cool because I used an airplane broker to find it. And Jason, I don't know if you know Jason.
Yep.
Jason, he kept sending me. He sent me 150 different planes. And I found this, I said, you know what? I like that one. And when it showed up, it was so cool. See, look at
that. Ask and you shall receive, man. I tell you what,
when the plane showed up,
right there, Merritt Marketing.
It had some very special numbers on the side. You know what they're called N numbers or tail numbers. Are you familiar with tail numbers?
I don't think so.
So the tail number is the identifier, and you can plug in that tail.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it was November 158 Bravo, or N 158 BB. And so it's so cool because my name is Buyback Billy. My childhood name was BB. So it's very cool. But the funny part about this story is when some people, I have some people that just really like to, they would love to see me fall for some reason. And they like them. There's some people out there that like, that said, that's not his plane. Look at that. Cause you can look it up. You can look up the tail number on flightaware.com and it'll tell you that you can look at the registration. And it had Felipe Santiago's business name on there. So they thought I was borrowing Felipe Santiago's plane, but you can look it up now and it's got Billy.
Now it's got your name on it. It's your plane.
The reason I bought that plane, I said that to say this. The reason I bought that plane is because it's a time machine. We have dealers in Tennessee, we have dealers in Alabama, we have dealers in Florida, 48 states. But you were going to go visit one of our dealers in Fort Payne, Alabama. But it's like a 6 or 7 hour drive.
Right.
Joey was going to go visit our dealer in Jackson, Tennessee, but it's an 8.5 hour drive. Okay. So let's say you and Joey were going to go see those people. It would have been an all day drive to Tennessee.
Right.
You spend 2-3 hours with the dealer. It's time to go get something to eat and get a hotel room.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have to drive from there to Fort Payne, which is about 6 hours or 4 hours. Somebody's going to say he's lying. But anyway.
These are estimates.
Yeah. You get several hours from Jackson, Tennessee to Fort Payne, Alabama. You're going to have to go see the dealer, spend a couple hours with the dealer, 3 hours with the dealer, fixing things, adjusting, strategizing. Then you're going to have to eat and drive home. If you're lucky, you'll get home at wee hours of the morning.
Right.
Basically, it's a 3-day job. Yesterday, Joey and I left the local airport after 8 a.m. We got to Jackson, Tennessee, at 10 Central, their time. Okay. Spent 2 hours with the dealer. They shuttled us back to the airport and we left there and went to Fort Payne, Alabama, spent hours with that dealer and was back home in Doug. I was back in the office with you before 5:30.
Yeah. We did the live video.
It's a time machine. It's probably the best investment other than investing in my people.
That whole story. That whole story. I mean, I love, saves you time. I love that you went and saw dealers. There's only, again, one problem. Notice that Billy got to go again, Smith. Billy got to go somewhere. He's like, yeah, Paul, you hold it down here in the office. I'm going to go take the plane. I'm going to go fly and see some dealers. So I held it down in the office. Me and Kevin, Kevin Tinahero, got to give him a big old shout out. He's been doing really well.
Joey got to go too.
And that's what I'm saying. Why couldn't Joey hold it down? I've talked to Joey about that. No, but enough of that. Yeah, I was doing my job. Billy was doing his job, and that's it makes us feel good because we make money, successful. It's all about being happy and servicing our customers.
I got a solution for you, Paul.
Yep.
All right. So,
are you going to say I need to buy my own plane?
No, okay. Not at all. No. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how easy it is. All you got to do is what Joey did. If you want to get the results someone else is having, just do what they do, right? Mm-hmm. So Joey said, "Hey Billy, you want to go to Jackson, Tennessee and see a dealer?"
That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do. All you got to do. You want to see a dealer?
Look at this, man.
You want to see a dealer? Now here's the rules. The dealer has to know you. You can't just say, "Hey, let's go to."
There's a dealership in Hawaii, I believe.
Yeah. If you can talk to any dealer, there's 40,000 franchise dealers in the United States. This goes to Paul or any of you guys who would like to take a flight on the DigiNinja Express. And by the way, it runs 225 miles per hour.
Sweet.
You can get there fast.
Let's go.
If you want to take a ride on the DigiNinja Express.
Let's go right now.
Okay. Here's what we have to do. You have to contact a dealer and say, "Hey, I'm bringing Buyback Billy. He's going to bring you some books. He's going to bring you some koozies. He'll bring you some books. I've already said that. He'll do a sales meeting with your team. Mm-hmm. He'll bring you some shirts. He'll bring you some hats. You got to pick us up from the airport, the local airport.
That's it.
If you'll have a dealer pick us up at the local airport, any of you guys, mm-hmm. and I'll fly anywhere in the lower 48. I'm not going to Alaska or Hawaii in the DigiNinja Express. Mm-hmm. And actually, let's say Texas is as far as we'll go because it takes 4 hours in the DigiNinja Express.
So what's the time frame? Flight time? What are we talking?
If anywhere within 4 hours, so we can go from Texas, kind of up to Colorado, not in Colorado, but all the way to Pennsylvania. I'll go to Pennsylvania. I'll even go to New Jersey.
Pennsylvania's isn't that longer than 4 hours?
Not in the airplane.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
While we're talking, while we finish this conversation, you pull up Google Earth. Okay. You know how to use Google Earth with the measure?
Probably not.
Okay, Jeremy.
Really? Smith doesn't know how to do that.
Pull up.
What in the world?
Because the reason we have to do that is because we have to have the straight line. So pull up Google Earth. You launch Google Earth, and there's a little icon down in the bottom left, and it looks like a tape measure. And you can put a pin on Douglas, and you can stretch that thing out. You stretch it out about you stretch it to Houston and tell me how far that is, because that's 3.5 hours on the plane.
Okay.
And then you can do that same distance in like a rotation.
Yeah, in a radius.
And you could use flightaware.com, or you could use ForeFlight, or you could use this other app that I have. But you
wanted to see it on the map.
Yeah. So Smith, if you will.
If you'll get us out of South America there for just a minute. There, yeah, that'd be nice. There we go.
There's a little search. Put this on the screen for everybody to see. I'm going to talk you through something that I do all the time. Okay. So he's going to put this on the screen for you. I'm going to talk you through something that's real cool. Okay. Just go to the little search top left. Yeah. Just search Douglas, Georgia. Oh,
cool.
There we are.
Okay. Now, X out of Douglas.
It doesn't see me wave.
That's right. Now go to the bottom of on your left over there. Bottom. Yep. Click on that and just put a pin, drop it right there. That's fine. Scroll out using your fingers. You can scroll out with your mouse to make it big and go out west to Texas.
He's definitely a rookie. Figure out what,
I just scrolling out.
Oh goodness! There you go.
I was afraid to click.
There it is.
Yeah. Now drop on Houston right there. No, Houston's right there.
Got it.
Okay. Now, go over here to the top right of your screen and turn that kilometers into miles.
Got it.
Is that miles?
Yes, sir.
700. Okay, so that's 753 miles. That's so. Click done on that.
Mm-hmm.
Click back on Douglas. Well, okay, just click it. Go back to your ruler. You're starting to. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Okay, right there's fine, and then go north. Anywhere right there's fine. Go north.
Oh, Jesus. How did I do that?
What kind of flying pattern is that?
There's a return button over there. Yeah, click.
Doesn't want to do
All
anything.
Right. Click done.
I messed it up.
Fine. All right.
Click done to start over.
There you start right there. Now go north. Go north.
Welcome to the Google Earth tutorial.
How far are we earlier?
753, I think.
All right, so keep going. We'll go to New York, baby. We can get to New York City in 4 hours.
Yeah, just above.
So Sweet.
We can get to New York in 4 hours. So that anywhere in the eastern
United States. How long does it take to
United
get to Chicago?
All right.
Well, that's where I'm interested. You know, because I got dealers, and I want to go visit some dealers in Chicago.
That's in
Illinois. There you go.
Just
so way up, way up, way
3
up,
hours.
way up.
Okay.
3.5 hours.
Okay, cool. All right, good deal.
How long does it take you to drive to
Chicago? Oh, geez, it's like 15 hours.
Like 15 hours?
Yeah.
It takes you 15 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm not going like 90 in the car.
At 225 miles per hour, you do the math, but you're going to get there roughly in around 4 hours.
So no, it does. It takes me, about 15 when I did it once. I only did it once.
It's a time machine. So you find anywhere east of the Mississippi. I'm sorry, anywhere in this. I don't want to go to the northwest. Definitely don't want to go to California. Don't want to go to New York City right now.
Going to Cali.
Take me to any Midwest dealer. Any Midwest dealer.
We can do that.
You just get that dealer to say, we'll pick you up at the airport. We'll bring gifts for the dealer.
Mm-hmm.
We'll bring a sales meeting to the salespeople.
Okay.
We'll bring T-shirts. We'll bring koozies. We'll bring Digi Ninja water. The salespeople will appreciate the sales meeting.
Mm-hmm.
They'll appreciate the hats. And Paul will appreciate the plane ride.
Heck yeah. And there's got to be a local brewery around there somewhere. I'm just saying.
Business,
we
Paul.
can wrap
business.
That's business.
Business.
That's business.
There are no stops on the Digi Ninja Express.
By the way, the beer recommendation of the week is a little bit later on in the show. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. So where did you eat at when you went? Did you eat in Fort Payne?
So yesterday morning I got up early and went to the farm, and then I came here. I was here at 6 a.m. Sending out the daily to-do list. That was, I think you were the first name on the list.
Oh yeah.
So Paul, take care of this.
Yep.
By all means necessary.
And then it was, and then it was like 72 paragraphs.
Y'all did good. You did good on those. Paul is a great doer. He's a man of action. What I'm training Paul to be even better at is a great delegator.
I struggle with that.
You do. You like to do it all yourself.
I struggle with delegation.
Yep. You do, but when I put 72 things on your to-do list,
you have to.
You have to delegate.
So that's a smart move.
Anyway, I got up, got me some coffee, 4 cups. Went to the farm.
4 cups of coffee.
Yeah, I mean, it's 1 cup, but there's 2 cups in each.
Okay, all right, I'm with you.
So 4 6-ounce cups or ounces. Anyway, came to the office, sat down, wrote my goals down. By the way, the first thing I told you guys to do in the to-do list was write your goals down. So I live by the things that I tell you.
Practice what you preach.
I practice most of the time. So I had coffee, and then I went and got on the plane, and then we went to Tennessee, and then we went to Alabama, and then I came home, and about 6 p.m. last night I had my first calories.
So you didn't eat anything?
I didn't eat anything
the entire time.
Had coffee and water.
Man,
I do not eat while I'm flying.
Is that like just when you're flying?
Well, I mean, if I or on a road trip to go see a dealer, if I'm traveling, I do not eat.
Like, kind of makes sense.
I do not like traveling, by the way. I mean, I like traveling for leisure. But if I'm on business, eating is just going to slow me down. I want to get there. I want to see that dealer. I want to take care of business. I want to get to the next stop. I'll have some water, but not too much because there's no bathroom on the Digi Ninja.
That's right. Yes. No, that's a good point. You don't want to be like up in the air, be like, how far away are we? About an hour. Oh boy.
Also, that moment when you level out right after you descend, oh, you could feel the food just like sloshing around.
Because this guy went to Miami with me. Smith over here, the producer, he went to Miami with me. Okay. Now I've taken you out to eat before. You've never. I mean, I take everybody out to eat. I often pick up the tab.
You heard that?
When we go eat. If everybody ate like Smith,
he took full advantage of you picking up the check.
And he didn't even know I was going to pick up the tab. So I mean, he wasn't trying to take advantage of me. I'm just pointing out that if everyone ate like Smith, number one, we'd have a bigger obesity problem in the United States.
I need to show you the text that Smith sent me right before you guys ordered. He said, "Is Billy going to pick up the check?"
Okay, so he did know that. All right, so we go to this. authentic Cuban restaurant because we're in North Miami.
Awesome.
Actually, we're in Palm County. Anyway, we were down there in South Florida, and it's authentic Cuban restaurant. We were about the only English speaking people in there, so I figured they had very good Cuban food, right? So I said, you know what? I've been all over the world. The best Cuban sandwich I've ever had is in 317 in Douglas, Georgia. That's the best Cuban sandwich I've ever had. So this got to be better. This has got to be better than 317.
Right.
So I order a Cuban sandwich, and this thing comes out, and it looks like a sandwich that you would get when you were in elementary school.
Just a club sandwich. Very basic.
Yeah, it wasn't even a club sandwich. It was flat, hard bread with maybe some salami and pepperoni and something. No barbecue, which I thought that made a Cuban.
No.
Yep, it did. Obviously, that's Trey Day.
That's a Southern thing.
Well, it's a good thing. But anyway, so it was. I found it lacking in substance and flavor.
So Trey Day's Cuban sandwich at 317
by far better.
Way better.
Now
than the authentic.
Now the only sandwich as good as Trey's sandwich that I've ever had is at Katz in New York City. But I'm never going back to New York City. So Trey Day it is.
It was one and done, huh?
One and done.
For New York.
I've been a couple times. But anyway, now on the menu though, they had the special of the day, which was roast and rice. And they had yellow rice. You could choose yellow rice and white rice. I said, man, I should have got one. I don't know if I should get this. They also had a shrimp Creole.
I bet that was good.
Is that
what you got?
Right there.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Don't
jump the gun. Yeah, jump the gun.
They had shrimp Creole. Also, the appetizer, they had stuffed potatoes, which were actually like little round balls of potatoes. Maybe they were lightly deep fried, just like whatever. And then they had some type of meat on the inside of those. And then they also had, what else was it, Smith?
Was it something someone else got?
Well, what was on the menu?
What was on the menu? No, they had specials with like lamb chop and stuff like that, but they were different days.
And he's trying to say he didn't do this, but he did. The reason I know we had all this because he ordered it all.
Oh,
I had to have the appetizer.
So which appetizer did you get?
I got the stuffed potatoes.
Okay,
they were good. Billy's mad because I got the best meal.
Yeah, I did. I ate some of the shrimp Creole. By far, that was in the roast and rice, man. Could you?
You got all that?
All of it.
It was a big meal.
You got shrimp Creole.
It came with rice, black beans. There was like a little bit of vegetables that came with the stuffed potato as appetizer. I want to say there was one more thing.
Plantains.
I ended up getting French fries instead of plantains. Yep. See? Oh, and that rice, it was like one of those giant balls of rice that you get at like a hibachi or something like that. Just a pile of rice.
And you ate all this. And then you got on the Digi Ninja Express plane.
Yes. Yeah.
Bad idea.
And then you were regretting it, weren't you?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes. I put him in the back with Joe.
Now, in my defense, I threw a 20 at Billy, and he was like, nah, I don't
20 wouldn't have touched that.
I was just going to say, a 20. That would have covered the appetizer.
Yeah, the appetizer.
It was very good.
So a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably a 9.
Okay.
That Cuban sandwich was a 1.
I can't believe that. I mean, the Cuban sandwich was so bad. I love
terrible.
Those.
Nah, you need to go to 317 and try that sandwich. You really do. So we're on the plane, and the pilot is he's an awesome pilot. My pilot Brian, he's an awesome pilot, and he doesn't talk that much. Like he's not a tour guide.
No,
he's a pilot.
We're going to get you there.
Yeah, we're going. So when he says things that maybe. Like if he was a doctor, you'd say he doesn't have good bedside manner. And what I mean by that is the plane starts porpoising like this because the autopilot was giving a little fit. It was just acting up. He said, what the hell's wrong with this thing? These guys, they're on their first trip.
They're freaking out going, oh my gosh.
Then when you take the autopilot off, it goes beep, 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 beep. So they're like, you see, the first
Sean's
time,
freaking out.
Everybody's
like looking around.
And then about the time it said beep, 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 we dropped, like that. So it was hilarious watching those guys.
That reminds me of Jamie Lopez's first trip.
Oh man.
It's definitely an experience. No, because that's the thing. When people are used to when they're used to flying commercial, like in the larger planes, and then they fly in a smaller plane. It's a lot different. It really is.
I will say the plane ride itself, I expected to be a lot more paranoid. I expected it to affect me more during the plane ride, but it was fairly fine. But
fairly fine.
We touched down. I got in the car. I got about 2 miles down the road, and I just felt this like fatigue come over me all of a sudden. I don't know if I was crashing. The adrenaline was wearing off.
This was after you had lunch?
No. Yeah, it was.
Was it?
It was.
Okay. So if that was the case, yeah, you ate all that food.
Well, I mean, this was like 2.5 hours later after we got back. That's
probably it, though.
Yeah, think so?
I mean, my experience was good. Digi Ninja Express. Yeah, I got to sit up front. Billy let me sit up front. You can see out the front. Like the propellers right there. It's really cool. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
It was fun for sure. I love the views. Just being able to look down and see like these huge patches of nothing but greenery, and then you're over the top of a swamp. Probably
the strangest part for me, because I mean I've flown a lot commercially, but probably the strangest part was how loud the plane is. Like you don't really take that into consideration. You got motors. I mean, they're pretty loud.
Another thing that I'll say about him, number one, he eats way more than any one human should. But number two, he's good at playing the guitar. Okay. Number three, he's not that smart of a kid, though. I'll tell you what I mean by that. We get on the plane and
shots fired.
We put on, I say, you can put, these are noise canceling headphones. You can put them on. Yep. You can even Bluetooth. He's going to defend himself.
Brian did say that one noise cancellation did not work, and that's why I tried the in-ear monitor.
Having said that, he put on his own earbuds, and which are noise canceling, by the way, but rather than noise cancel them, he turns on rock and roll music extremely loud, just makes the music louder than the engine, which resulted in at least a slightly, I'm not going to say busted, but slightly damaged eardrum, because the rest of the day he was like, my ears,
my ears are killing me.
Every time I blew my nose, I could hear like wind rushing through.
My ears are killing me. My ears. No, yeah, because you gave me the when I rode in the plane, you gave me the earplugs, and I was like, all right, I'm good. Because I was used to, flying commercial, so I'm like, oh no, I'm good. And yeah, I wasn't in the plane very long, and I was like, yeah, it gets pretty loud. Yeah. So then you put it.
So you rode before we actually had the noise canceling. So now,
right? Yes,
I have some Bose. I have three different brands in there. Bose, which were the most expensive, because I like to buy the nicest stuff the first time. You don't have to buy it twice. Kind of like, we had something bought for the studio.
Oh boy.
And to try to save money. And now what are we doing? We're
redoing it.
We're buying a second one. So anyway, I bought the nice Bose head. That's why we're not in the studio right now. We're waiting on something that's supposed to be in here, but it's okay. So we bought I bought the Bose, and I bought this kind called Light Speed, I think, because my other pilot, Greg, he likes those and uses those. So I bought those. And then I bought a pair called Rugged. I put those in the back and let people who don't ride that often use those. Quick. I'm not going to spend $1,000 for somebody to ride on the plane, for one trip or so.
Yeah.
But obviously I should, because I tore up his eardrums. But I think that was his fault. But the Rugged is what he's speaking of. They live up to their name.
Okay.
They are rugged, meaning that your head will, after 30 minutes, your head is hurting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I had them extremely loose. I had to.
You had to. Yep. And then I don't know what Joey was wearing yesterday, but he was.
I believe it was the Light Speed on the trip we took.
Okay. So flying over the Mississippi River's a trip too. Now I didn't do that yesterday, but I did when we went to Texas. That was pretty cool.
So how high do you fly in the Digi Ninja Express?
We like to stay around 7,000, 5,000. I like to fly at 3,000, 3,500 when you can, but we can go as high as 14,000.
Yeah.
You get to 14,000, it just takes longer to get down. The only reason you would go that high is if there's too much clouds, too much weather. Now you don't want to fly over a storm. You do not want to fly over a storm. People talk about doing that. That's not safe. But you can fly over a little bit of weather, but or clouds. You want to fly around the storm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting to this point of the year. We're in November. By the way, I don't know if you have any friends that are doing this, but you know how they started that No Shave November. Mm-hmm. They started that years ago. Did you ever do that?
I did. Man, I need to find you a photo. Tell you what, while you go to my profile and click on profile pictures. If you can find the album profile pictures, you're going to have to go back about 5 years. But I mean, you know, there may be 100 of them because I change my profile somewhat often. But where do you see my no shave November? Now, the reason I only did it 4 or 5 years ago is because I think, you know, I know April loves me, obviously, and she'll deal with a lot of things. But me with facial hair is not one of them.
That's not what she likes.
She's not going to deal with that.
Well, the reason I brought it up because, you know, everybody always remembers No Shave November. But do you even remember what it was for?
Yes.
What was it for?
Prostate cancer awareness.
Was it? Because again, I have no idea. I mean, I can remember the phrase No Shave November. And, you know, basically, you know, men pretty much just took it as an excuse so they didn't have to shave.
Ask me how I know this.
How do you know this?
Because back when I used to watch the fake news,
look at some of these pictures, by the way.
Matt Lauer.
Is everybody seeing this?
No, I can pull it up if you want.
There's some fun stuff.
Back in the day when I used to watch the fake news, Matt Lauer, before he was a Me Too'er, I used to like watching that, and he was pretty funny too. There was one I stopped right there on the Georgia Bulldog. That's an actual Georgia Bulldog. He actually played for the Georgia. Up, down.
Oh, there. Okay,
there you go.
Got it.
Yeah, that guy. He was my CrossFit instructor because I'm a certified. I thought you had this for everybody to see. You didn't?
Yeah, it's up there now.
Okay. So scroll back up. So you were trying to make fun of some of them.
There we go.
Yeah, look at the cowboy. See, I was a cowboy one time. I put on a cowboy hat. See that? Anyway, I was watching the fake news, and Matt Lauer tried to.
I like it.
That's my no shave. That's actually not it.
That's funny.
But anyway,
that's pretty good. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. I'll just let you take over. Hey, click on me and Case right there. Case with that cool sweater. Down, right there. Mm-hmm. Hey, look at my boy.
Oh, nice. Look at Case. Case is gonna love that shot.
X out of that. Now look at the same right there. April bought me that jacket right there. Look at that awesome jacket with the white trim.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. You know, he still wears that to the office sometimes. That's nice.
Look out of that.
I dig it.
Scroll down. There's JJ when he was first born.
Oh wow, little JJ.
Little JJ.
Well, so I brought up the No Shave November. Is that even a thing anymore?
I think so. Sober October's a thing, but we missed it.
I definitely missed that.
You got to scroll a long ways, buddy. That's only like a year or so ago.
Let go.
Oh, back up. I just saw it. Up.
Yeah.
Up.
The mustache one.
Right there with the black and white with the.
Yep. There it is.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Billy.
That's
bow chicka bow.
That's why that right there is why April will not allow it anymore.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
okay.
So, there's the other one that's right down in color. Just one row down from there, yeah, and over one.
Hey,
there you go.
Yeah,
there's the color shot.
Yeah, let's come back to modern day now.
So again, is the No Shave November thing? Is that still a thing?
I think so.
You know, is it? Google it.
It's definitely a thing. There are some other.
I mean, because I was like, what are the purpose? You know, what was the purpose? So you said it was for prostate cancer awareness.
As I was saying before, you just hijacked the show. Was
oh yeah, I'm the hijacker.
That Matt Lauer.
Remember last week? I'm just saying.
Taught me about No Shave November.
Okay.
He was ugly with a beard. I remember that.
So
yeah, it is a thing.
So it is.
Evoke conversation and raise cancer awareness.
Just cancer awareness in general. Okay.
Yes.
Like I said, I couldn't remember what it was about. So all right. So you're not going to do it. Sean doesn't need to do it. You know, I mean, Sean's like, shave. You know, he's like no shave every day. You know,
he should be shaved November.
I need to trim pretty bad.
Well, you've heard of No Shave November. Well, Sean is just No Shave member.
Yeah,
he just no shave member. He just doesn't shave at all. You know, but I was just curious about that. You know, if that was a thing.
I have a baby face underneath this all. I assure you.
So the other thing that comes up with Thanksgiving, I mean, with November is Thanksgiving. Okay. So Sarah Stalker just said she's with April.
Abby liked it.
Who said that? Who said
Abby.
Nice stash?
Thank you, Abby.
Yeah. Please put the comments in what you think of Billy and his stash. If that was the good stuff, or is he better clean shaven, or is he better with the stash? We'll see about that. But anyway, November obviously starts bringing up Thanksgiving and the holidays and family time and and all that kind of stuff. And so you start seeing things on Facebook. We use, of course, Facebook for our business all the time. But you see things on Facebook where people start doing the every day. They're posting something that they're thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, you're really big on you don't need just the month of November for that. You do that all the time.
Yeah, I think that gratitude is the key to prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
Yeah, I mean, and I think a lot of we had a quick discussion with our staff this morning, the people who are working this morning, about that. Just being thankful, being grateful for the opportunities that they have, and trying to look at the positive side.
Yeah,
if you will, doing that. Positivity, of course, you push that. Really more than anybody I know.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. You push got to have a positive attitude. Got to have a positive attitude. That kind of thing. So you really do. You push that on way more people than I've ever met.
Well, here's the thing. If you believe it, if you really believe something, let's take, for instance, someone who serves that dedicates their life to something.
Mm-hmm.
You got to live what you really believe in. So if I'm going to tout that I believe in the power of affirmations and the power of being positive and the power of a positive mindset, then I have to live it, Paul. I have to. What that is, that's evidence that I really believe what I'm saying.
Right. Well, I mean, you definitely you talk the talk and you walk the walk. I'll give you that. We've talked about a lot of people who like to talk the talk, but they don't like to walk the walk.
Speaking of speaking of both, this would be a perfect time when you say things like that, like to take this show to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
If Smith would have in his arsenal of sounds over there, Aerosmith.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be good. Walk this way.
Yeah.
I guess that's what our budget can afford right now.
Boy, oh boy, did we waste our money?
That was good stuff, wasn't it?
I feel like I overpaid for so many things. I feel like I overpaid for so many things right now.
I'm going to get some sounds installed.
That was the depths of our arsenal.
And just so, let's see. Now this is going to be real. All right, back up a little bit, Smith. I know this is the makeshift studio. Take a picture of that. All right, now I'm going to see where I can put this. I'm going to send it to Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm doing this is I think that people will agree that this machine that we have over there besides Smith can do a little bit more than hit that voice thing you just did again.
Yeah, give us that Aerosmith sound again.
Okay. Now take this is just part of it, but take the picture that I just sent you and put it on the screen right there. And I think you'll see that it has buttons over there that are meant to program with sounds.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we won't even go back to the fact that 25 years ago, Paul Sullivan could have done this with the tools back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean,
old school stuff.
You would have had some, just some riffs and stuff on there. And then we got this young techie over here.
Look at what he has to work with here now.
I feel like that thing could do a little bit more.
A lot more.
Oh, is he still trying to pull it up? Or got it on
I got to actually download it and then upload it in here.
So there again, that our tech guy is still struggling getting it on there.
I tell you what, you way overspent.
I have
way overspent. It's okay. But speaking, and also when we talk about what we have available, we're still. I'm going to bring it back up. I know you kind of threw it in there a little bit, just like a very soft jab. Really almost like a poke, just like you kind of poke. Right. But I'm going to bring it up and just smack him right across the face with it.
Ooh.
Is that studio? What in the world, man? We're supposed to be in the studio last week.
I know. And people don't even believe I have a real studio.
Yeah, that's it. See, that's Billy talking again. There is a studio. It's not done.
They think we spent all our money on the
We spent.
I think we spent all our money on these red chairs.
We spun all our money. But by the way, you can barely see them when we sit in them. So I mean, they're pretty dang cool. The red chairs.
They are,
and they're very comfortable. By the way, thank you.
You know what that square is?
Thank you to April.
The wall back there.
That is. Oh, that's the
acoustic
sound.
panel.
Yeah, the sound absorption panel. So, well, now Billy's just seeing things. I think that's, what I got water. Did you get vodka or something? I mean, I got water in my bottle.
I'm very hot for some reason.
I feel pretty warm too.
That up the camera again. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool right there. Merritt Marketing.
Yes.
Ninja. By the way, we're going to have these for sale, by the way. We're going to have our swag store up and running here pretty soon. Hopefully not. It's not going to take near as long as the studio.
I hope not. I got something important.
Okay. Something important.
So while we have quite a few viewers, listen, I want you to do me a favor. I have a new product. As a matter of fact, let's make a commercial out of this.
Okay.
Hey guys, my name is Billy W. Merritt, and I have the most effective website chat in the entire world. Wow. That's a big offer. I have the most effective chat in the entire world.
Well, this is another part of our business. Car dealers are always needing more customers. They want to communicate with their customers. They want customers to get to the lot, all that kind of stuff. That's where our chat comes right in and fills all that gap.
Paul, there's a lot of things you can do to spend money to create ads or to create leads, but a lot of people are already on your website.
Correct.
You have customers on you have people browsing, and we specialize. We have a team of ninjas behind us right here, Digi Ninjas, and they specialize in turning browsers into buyers. We have the most effective chat because we have the most effective process, and that uses the art of text message selling. So we can take the people browsing on your website, we can have meaningful conversations with them. That's the difference.
It really is. That's the key. I mean, there's a lot of AI, artificial intelligence services out there that try to do, the best they can as a computer, but that's not the best that can be done. Okay, so when you use ours, again, real people having real conversations with real customers.
Real people having real meaningful conversation. Here's the difference. So many people want to outsmart the customer. So they have certain verbiage that they use that just isn't very conducive to a normal conversation.
Right.
We speak like real people. We use emojis. There's a study out there by this huge national company that said you shouldn't use emojis. That's not professional. How many people use emojis in your regular texting every day?
Lots.
So we're going to do that. We're going to talk to you like real people. And if you have a website chat service now, I can assure you one thing. We can increase conversions up to 700% of what you're getting right now.
Well, I love the phrase when you said we're turning browsers into buyers, because that's exactly what,
wasn't it?
I mean, that's exactly what a browser is. They're a future buyer.
Yes.
You just have to convert them. You got to help them. Again, we're not doing the slippery, weird, the fancy talk, if you will, sales speak. We're using real English language words and, giving them the information that they require to help them. We've talked about this before, but it's definitely worth bringing up again that, we're doing information. We're giving information. Yes. We're not hiding and, we're not going to put the prices. We're not going to tell you this. We're not going to tell you that. We're going to tell you everything that you need. That's what a customer wants.
It's exactly what they want. And we can use that to get what we want, which is an appointment that shows up to buy a car. There's one thing for sure. If you're using a chat provider now and it's not Digi Ninja, they have a job. Like our ninjas have a job. Our job is to get an appointment. All these other chat providers out there, their job task is to clear the queue. They have people asking for information. They're going to send them the phone number. They're going to send them the address. They're going to send them a map to the dealership. We're going to offer information. What else can we help you with? What else can we help you with? Would you consider this? Would you consider this? Would you like a phone call? We'll have a manager call them. We have the most effective chat in the entire country. And the proof is in all the success that dealers are having that are using our service.
We've already got several of them using it right now. Several dozen of them using it right now. We want you to join the team, if you will. And I want to stress that too. Join the team, because that's what we are. We work with the dealers. So, you have other companies like, we'll just do our thing and then hopefully it'll work. No, we want to work with you to get your customers to come to your dealership. So it really is. It's a great team effort on both sides. Digi Ninja Chat. Look for it.
This is going to be a long commercial, but I got to say this. I was talking to a dealer yesterday and he's like, that sounds pretty good, because most of these other people I talked to, he says the breakdown is in the operators, the people actually talking on the chat operators, and the BDC at the dealership. Mm-hmm. That's where we do it different, Paul, is, I'll tell you, it's rule number 6 in the book. Stop texting and start calling. That doesn't only mean call the customer. We'll call the the store. We'll call the dealership. We will call the BDC manager. We'll talk to the sales manager. We're going to make sure that if Johnny's coming in and Johnny has some expectations, we're not going to send Johnny in and just blindly put Johnny, at the dealership with all these expectations that you don't know about. We're going to call. We're going to communicate. It's all about communication.
Right. And I mean, and that's why this works. I mean, it's all about, you got to use what works. There's so many different products out there, so many different services. There's lots of ways you can advertise and try to get more business, but why wouldn't you use something that works, that's been proven? We've been doing this for a while now.
If half of what Paul is telling you is true, why wouldn't you do it?
See, I mean, only half.
Half.
So I mean,
and I'm here to say 100% of it's true.
And if I ate half of what Smith ate, I'd be totally full.
He would be a big boy.
Exactly. Hey, we've got a couple things. What time is it, by the way? It's 11:40.
11:43.
Yeah, 11:43. So we've got a couple things that we wanted to address. Some fun stuff. I wanted to get in the classic rock revisit. We do this every week, where I talk about a classic rock album. Billy, this one definitely before your time, at least a little bit, but if it's a classic, it carries over, so, it stands the test of time. And Smith, if you'll pull up that logo so people can see it on the screen, Led Zeppelin 4, okay, that album are also, and some people, the purists, they refer to it as Zoso, but it has what many people refer to as the greatest rock song of all time, Stairway to Heaven, is on there. So in your opinion, all right, Stairway to Heaven, scale of 1 to 10, is it a 10 for you?
No.
Where's it at for you? Scale of 1 to 10.
So I pride myself on being a very honest person, and I would have to hear the riff to even know. I don't know one word to the song.
If only I had a guitar with me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I mean, how could I say it? Obviously, it's what's the right word? It's not that important to me that I remember any of the words or remember the riff, so I'm gonna give it a 5. I don't hate the song, I'm just not familiar with it.
Well, it's by far, one of the top songs of all time. I don't know if I would call it the greatest of all time. Yeah. That's such a hard classification. It's like when we talked about, several weeks ago about the greatest rock band of all time. It's so hard to pick, the best one. But other songs on this record, or album, cassette, 8-track, CD, download, whichever platform that you like to use, that are on there. Black Dog and Rock and Roll. Misty Mountain Hop is on there, and one of my all-time favorites. I love this song. It's a longer tune, but I'm sure Smith will agree with me. When the Levee Breaks is such a classic song on there. Smith, what's your favorite one off the album?
It would probably be Stairway to Heaven. I didn't really have enough time to look back and see what was on it.
Such a follower.
You sent me this at, what was it, 10:58?
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. I mean, I sent you that plenty of time.
Okay, if I can cheat here, maybe this is on this album, I'm not even sure, but my favorite song by Led Zeppelin, probably Since I've Been Loving You. That guitar solo is
that's
magical.
a very good. Well, and again, they have so many songs. I mean, really, there's great. I mean, not just good, but great. There are great songs on every Zeppelin album. I mean, they were phenomenal. But this one kind of, again, it rises above the rest. In my opinion, there's some other great songs on a lot of their albums, but Stairway to Heaven, again, absolutely top 10, of all time. Just not just from my opinion, but just well, except for Billy. Everybody but Billy, thinks it's one of the best songs ever.
And
Billy
good luck.
5. Good
luck finding like a top guitar solo lists that it's not in the top 10.
And again, it's a great song, even though didn't they lose that suit? Didn't they get sued? They stole part of the riff.
Oh yeah, there was like a Spanish classical song or something like that.
Where they used or borrowed part of it, and they borrowed it and they used it, and then they had to pay for it. So they kind of lost that out. They lost out on that. So Billy, so one other thing you talked to, I want to go back to the November being grateful, and all that kind of stuff for Thanksgiving. So let's just start with today. Name 2 things, and that, whether it's people, things, whatever, just name 2 things that you're grateful for today.
I'm grateful that I gotta be careful how I say that. I'm grateful that I really am what's the cliche, captain of my soul and master of my fate. Is it something like that? You know what I'm saying? And that being said, that's giving credit to the grace of God, because I'm not standing here saying it seems like it is a bold statement, but it seems like an arrogant statement to say that I'm in control. No, I'm taking control, and I have the ability to direct my path and direct my my future based on the decisions that I make today. With the grace of God, I'm in control, not politicians. We'll just say that.
Okay.
That's one thing.
Okay.
And I'm just grateful for the relationships that I've built over the last few years.
That's very well said. I mean, and it was so profound and very serious and all that kind of stuff. When you started saying you're like, I'm the master of my I swear I thought he was going with my domain. I thought he was going with that, but master of my domain. If you're a Seinfeld fan, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, if you're a master of my domain, if you're a Seinfeld fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I thought you were going there. Yeah. But yeah, so mine is easy. Basically 2 words: family, friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those 2 things, big part of my life. Glad to call him a friend. Work for him, work with him, whatever you want to call it. Relationships are a big thing. We talk about that with our dealers. We have relationships with our dealers, and they become our friends, the business partners, friends, whatever you want to call them. But we have a lot of different people that make this business work. Excuse me. They make this people work. So, we have to have friends, and of course your family. When you and April do the show on Wednesday, Winning Together, you guys talk about how you got to have family behind you. Everybody's got to be on the same page, all that kind of thing. So, those 2 things to me, friends and family, that's, the 2 biggest things that I'm grateful for. So Smith, you're up. Besides the free food that Billy buys you, what are 2 things you're grateful for?
Since you 2 jacked the freebies, I'm going to go,
I don't think my first answer was a freebie. No, that's pretty complex.
His was pretty. Yeah, mine was the freebie.
I was going to do some combination of connections, family, and friends. I guess I'll say
you still can. You're a follower. We already established that. You can. You can do that.
I guess lately I'm very thankful for I don't want to say this in a way that's too cheesy, but free artistic endeavors that are not totally tied to work. Because one way that I've been finding to relax at the end of the day lately is I've picked back up drawing, and it is so nice to just sit down and do something where it doesn't really matter, however it turns out, it's fine, and you get that.
So you draw too?
A little bit, not nearly as good as that and all the other stuff.
Okay, so he's very creative and very artsy
and colorful flannels.
Colorful flannels. He is thankful for colorful flannels. Well, that's definitely outside the box.
This is Feel Good Friday. Okay, so this is. Don't think that I'm beating up on Smith. I think he's awesome, because if not, he wouldn't have the opportunity that he does. He's a very cool guy, and he's learning a lot, and he's got some amazing talent. When you're dealing with talented people, that you everything's a trade off.
Mm-hmm.
Like with me, for instance, dealing with me, all some of the caveats that you have to deal with because of
very well put.
Okay, so
well put. I know the caveats.
So a very talented.
He knows mine too. Anyway.
Yeah, a very talented person is going to come with caveats. So Smith's very talented, and he does a lot of amazing things for us. So I said, Smith, let's go to Miami. I want you to come. We'll do the show down there. And I mentioned to him in the past that I want him to be like, one of my mentors is Grant Cardone. He has Johnny the camera guy that follows him around. I said, you can be Johnny the camera guy. So we get to this beautiful dealership in West Palm Beach with a beautiful dealership. People running around. Look at that face.
He's like, here we go.
Sit down and wait outside.
He's still mad because I said, you can just wait here. So
we supposed to be part of the team. Sit down and wait outside.
We go sit down, and this general manager puts us in the chairs like we're customers, and he's on the other side of the desk, in the salesperson's desk. People walking by. We have our suits on, our ties. Joey's there. Good conversations coming back and forth. I was expecting to look over my shoulder and see some click, some some promotional videos of us in this beautiful dealership.
What's Smith doing?
Well, when we finally get back up, I sent him a text. I said, how about taking some photos? I come back around the corner. You're right. He's taking a loving to drawing because he's sitting there. He's looking at people. Come on in, brother. Hey, that's my man. Come get on. This is what we do right here. This is why we do what we do.
What can Brown do for you?
That's money. Somebody go to the bank.
So Smith is drawing.
He's sitting there with... So rather than taking photos of of me and Joey closing this dealer. Such a great job by Joey, by the way, setting it up, closing the dealer. He could have at least been drawing like a sketch artist
of you. Yeah.
He's drawing there. He has this thing for he loves the Spanish flair, if you will.
Oh yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So these dark-haired, beautiful girls are walking by. His sketches have beautiful flowing hair.
Yeah, imagine that.
And curvy, beautiful figures. And
we need a camera on Smith is what we need right now. We need a camera on him right now. He's turning red.
I think Billy looked through the sketch pad while I wasn't looking.
So there were just multiples.
We just say there was no Joey, there was no Billy, there was no car dealer in there, but hey, it's okay.
So you got 0 pictures.
I finally said, hey, I got it. I got some. He got me some awesome pictures. Okay, he got me some awesome pictures. But I want to read this before I show you the picture.
Yep.
This is from a dealer. You and we do videos for car dealers. People say, hey, give us a 30-second, give us a 60 seconds, give us a 2-minute video, and we'll produce the video. They'll put it on their website, or we even use it in some of our advertising. We do radio commercials for people, and we did one free for a client of ours, and we just put it on their website and just promoted it for them. Just because they do business with us, they didn't ask for it. So that's one of the things. But I'm thankful for relationships like this. He sent me, he said, good afternoon, Billy. Love the video of you and Paul. You men make the team work. He said, you're the best. He said, you're the BRST. I think he meant the best.
I think so. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that when you can have an impact on somebody that you didn't even know like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's cool to me.
Well, when we talk about our team that we have working with us here at Billy Merritt Marketing and DigiNinja, these are people, again, they come in, they apply for the job, you get to meet them a little bit, they do an interview but you're taking a chance.
Yes.
You really are taking a chance. And then when you actually build a relationship, you can teach them, you can help them. And then they in turn again, help you as we make the business better.
Speaking of taking a chance, what's the guy's name that did the jumping?
You got to be more specific.
Motorcycles.
Evel Knievel.
Evel Knievel. What I love.
How did I get that?
Because what I love about that, he would take a chance.
Yes, he would.
And
is that what you want to do? Jump some school buses?
No. I don't take those type chances. But I've done it before. Taking some chances on motorcycles and things. But luckily I lived through it. But nothing like he did. But he said you have to be willing. You have to be willing to make a decision, knowing. This inspires me right here. You have to be willing to make a decision knowing that the consequences could be terrible and still be able to live with the consequences.
Okay.
So he knew he did it for the thrill. He said that feeling when he left the ramp of not knowing if he was going to land it or if he was going to land in the ICU or, be dead.
Right.
He said that feeling of not knowing was the most thrilling feeling he could ever have. I can't quite go that far. I do like that thrill and the unknown. I'll wrap it into business here in a second, but he would do that knowing that if he did end up in the hospital, he could live with the consequences. Pull up my my cover photo real quick. But to bring that into business on this Feel Good Friday, I'm not a status quo businessman. I'm definitely a pirate. I'm
way outside the box.
I'm a heretic when it comes to, now having said that, I follow some super successful business people. I didn't just make up my own business rules. I just do it a certain way. My head is itching for some reason. No, my cover photo.
Okay. I thought you said profile picture.
There it is.
Smith got that. Go back to it. Put it on the thing.
I'm on it.
Okay. So there we are in the dealership. That's the general manager of the dealership. And he see that book right there on the desk in front of him. That's The Art of Text Message Selling. He asked for a book. I personalized it for him. He asked that we come visit him. We went to visit him and we got the deal. Done deal. So that's how we do. That's why we bought the plane, so we can go see people all over the country.
That's what it's a beautiful thing. It really does. It makes an impact. Works. When you were talking about Evel Knievel and doing the the thrill of it, and knowing that whatever decision you make, I mean, you put it a little more eloquently, but knowing the decision you make could go this way or could go that way, but you accept that the challenge of it. All I could think of was Smith deciding shrimp Creole and then get on a plane.
I know.
That is a risky move right there. I mean, but he accepted the challenge. He was willing to accept the consequences, and he lived through it.
I'm not talking about anybody in this room. Okay. So don't get your wheels spinning when I say this.
Okay.
When I'm thinking about taking chances, I'm thinking about, and y'all watch Paul's face really closely right here, is some of the people that I've hired and said, Paul, this is your guy. This is your girl. Look at that face. He's trying to hold it back.
Oh yeah, we're playing nice.
Sometimes I get it right. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I get it wrong. Mm-hmm. Right?
Oh, that's just life.
But but see, here's the thing. If I do,
I've done the same thing, by the way. I've hired some people right and wrong.
Yeah. So she's not here anymore. But do you remember the girl? Because I'm a sucker for a young person that speaks well and that dresses well. There was a young lady. And she came in here, and buddy, she said the right words. Mm-hmm. She talked the talk. And man, then it just fell apart. Remember, she had a sister who had worked here before.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yep.
And so I was like, man, I love this girl. She says the right things. I think that she had been coached by her sister, and her sister knew what I wanted to hear. Mm-hmm. She was talking about business and positivity and
financial freedom.
Yeah. She knew the whole language. That was the applicant. Well, I mean, we were going to give her the job, but that was the applicant who I did not meet.
Yeah.
I was off that day.
Yeah.
So she had the interview with Billy, and just completely, Billy was just wooed. Like, well, she's talking my language, man. I love this one. So he was ready to get her to go, and she never came back. She didn't show up.
I'll take the risky shot, and I may not hit it, but then when I hit it right, then that's when it makes it all worth it. I'm willing to live with the consequences, mm-hmm. whether I get it right or not. But taking that chance will get you some amazing results.
Well, I mean, our business in general. I mean, you've taken so many different chances, with this. I mean, they're planned out. They're not just hey, whatever. I mean, you think about it.
I'm a pirate. I'm a pirate, not a drunk pirate.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, because you've taken a lot of chances of people. Well, and still to this day, like you said, there are still people, the haters. Mm-hmm. There's still to this day that don't believe that it's real, or they're just making stuff up and it's not real. It's for real. I mean, this business has been, however long we've been, a couple years now, whatever, so however long it's been, and it continues to grow. And then another, quick plug on, don't forget, we have, DigiNinja Chat. So if you're a car dealership, you want to get more, you want to make browsers into buyers. I'm using that, man. I like that. one.
I've been known to come up with some pretty good,
that's a good one.
Some pretty nifty.
That's a really good one.
Words. I'm a wordsmith.
A wordsmith. We got Smith, and we got wordsmith over here. And then you just got me. He's just the guy who wears, Chicago.
I'm pretty
stuff.
sure I came up with DigiWidget.
You did not. You did not come up with DigiWidget.
I did.
No. That was Sarah Stalker.
Matter of fact, I tried to kill that.
Yeah. Well, you didn't come up with it. Sarah Stalker came up with it, and then you loved it initially, and then for some whatever reason, then you were like, I don't like that.
No, it wasn't that. Can I explain myself? I don't.
Sure.
It doesn't matter if we go over.
Sure.
So the reason that I had to kill it for a time is because this development, let's talk about the development process of DigiNinja and the software that we have.
That's another show for real. We got it. No. That's for next week.
Okay. Well, at least a part of it. It started like this. Hey, I want this software product. I got a cool name. I did come up with DigiNinja, mm-hmm. and Sarah called me a genius. She said, I hate working with geniuses because she likes to get all the things right.
DigiNinja.
So I came up with DigiNinja. I said, I want my own software, and talked to a few people. They said a couple of months with a couple of coders and a few $1,000s, you'll have your own software. Let's just say that turned into 10x, 20x, maybe even 100x. But here we are, and it's ready. And but getting the chat, I said we have to have a chat. And so internally, talking to Sarah and the developers, it's a widget. Okay, be nice. It's a widget. I'm gonna take a live sales call. A live call right here.
Okay.
He may not want to be on the show.
So. Nah, he probably doesn't.
I'm I'm on the show. So anyway, in talking to the developer, you have to use certain language. So it's a widget that we need to put on the website. We need access to your back end of your website. We'll put our widget on there. What widget? The Digi widget. Hey, great, wonderful name. So we start talking. But from a marketing standpoint, and then like people trying to explain, all these people that we're somewhat pitching our product to, people started using this term Digi widget. Instead, I said, no, it's not a widget. It's a very exhaustive, complex, sophisticated software, cloud-based, multi-million-dollar solution. Okay, it's not a widget.
It's like brand confusion.
I was like, no, it's not.
Widget.
Tell me about this widget. Oh my god, the widget is this. This is the product. Our product is this big product. The widget goes on the website. Mm-hmm. So I had to annex. I said, when we're talking about chat, we're going to call it website chat. That's what it is. Okay. Website chat. And now that everybody kind of understands the whole process again, we're going to put the Digi widget on your website. But the Digi widget is a little tiny part of it.
Sarah and I are still going to call it.
I know what I was going to do. I really need some help because if we still got some viewers, I know people normally have to jump off and watch another show sometimes. Go to billymerritt.com and or digininja.com and go down to the bottom right. And there's a little avatar that looks something like me. Mm-hmm. It says chat with me. I want you to test my product. I want you to go down there. I bet it's about to see some heads popping up. Say, oh my God.
We're going to get some messages on. What's going on? What's he doing?
I want you to go on there and chat with Billy and see if it feels like a real person or see if it feels like a robot. I bet it's going to sound like, it's going to feel like you're talking to a real person that knows how to carry on a conversation.
Well, go ahead.
So Smith, I want you, now this is going to, and Paul, it's going to put some pressure on you. Jeremy, it's going to put some pressure on you. Are there any other team leaders in here?
Heck yeah. Brady, Felipe, Kevin, Jamie.
Team leaders, stand up. Team leaders?
Are they back there? Team leaders, stand up.
Did they leave?
They're there.
Felipe.
No, they're doing training.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They're training?
Yeah, they're doing Cardone training.
They should be training. Okay, come here. Come here. Are we going to...
Well, that's a nice hat on the first team leader. Look at that. Look at that nice hat. He's got a nice hat. Jamie Lopez over here.
Get over here, Jamie. Get over here.
Get over here in the shot.
We're going to make a commercial out of this. We're going to make a video. Get in between us, maybe. The tall guys on the back. There we go. There we go.
All right, now we're working.
All right, let me stand up straight. Smith, we're going to make a commercial out of this. Okay? This is probably the first commercial we'll make. And this is going to be, there's going to be, you're going to see some concern on their face.
Get the product right there in the shot. Yeah, look at there.
You're going to see some product concern on their face.
We're getting messages already.
Okay. Go handle that. All right. The reason they're not answering your messages right now is because they're real and they're right here in the studio. My name is Billy Merritt, and I have the most effective product in the entire car business. I have the most effective chat in the entire world. So if you would like to go to billymerritt.com or digininja.com and test my chat, these guys are going to be talking to you. I want you to see, number one, if they have a positive attitude. I want you to see, number two, if they're fast. And then we'll go on to 3 and 4. What's some things that they should expect when they're on the DigiChat, Paul?
The customers are our ninjas.
The
customer, you can expect fast service. I mean, like fast, blazing fast, quick responses, all kinds of information. What do you need? You want to know about your car, about a vehicle that you're currently driving? Do you want to know what it's worth? Do you also want to know about a vehicle that you're looking to purchase? All these guys, they can get you all that information very, very quickly.
Is it going to be real conversations or is it going to be like scripted robotic responses?
No, you guys are real people, right? Yeah, so real people with real responses.
All right, guys, we're about to put this out there on the internet. So I need the 4 of you to go get at your computers and start answering questions. Fair enough? Yes, thank you.
Brady, Kevin, Jamie, and Felipe. Those are just part of our team leader staff. They do a great job for us here at Billy Merritt Marketing. Hey, before we wrap things up, beer recommendation of the week. Smith, if you'll pull up that logo for me real quick. Sam Adams, one of my all-time favorites. This is probably my second favorite beer of all time, as a matter of fact. Not just Sam Adams, but like my favorite beer of all time. The Winter Lager. It's part of the Winter Classics. What do you got?
I think he's trying to sit his phone on top of it.
Oh, he's trying to work that. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, I'm trying to like grab a hold of it.
I'm set it right there.
I can get over it. Oh, there it is. In the box right there. In the box. The winter lager is part of the Sam Adams Winter Classics variety pack. It's got a little bit of taste of ginger and orange peel and cinnamon, but it's lighter for a so-called heavier beer for the holidays. So check that out. 5.6% alcohol by volume. Delicious. Like I said, my second favorite beer of all time. And then, we got
you need a koozie to go with it.
Ninja. Yeah. Well, you earlier you said, hey, I need something to put in the koozie, and Jeremy just like, got us water. I need a Sam Adams Winter Lager. Can Jeremy do that? Can he make that happen? I don't see him running. So I guess that means we're going to have to wrap up the show.
That sounds good.
So, hey, you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next Friday on
Fun.
Feel Good Friday. Cheers.